It is a bright and sunny day here at the end of March, unseasonably warm, and here I am in the garden. I wanted to take you for a little bit of a tour and show you what I had in store for the coming year in the garden. First though, I wanted to show you this asparagus. It's still early, so bear with me, but I planted this asparagus, and if you can see a few little asparagus shoots coming up here. I planted that from seed 3 years ago. It's been coming up consistently every year, but year 3 is when you are able to actually harvest it, because the first 2 years it's sending energy into its roots. So, number one thing I am super excited about. So what's coming up in the garden this year for major changes? You can see I have my existing garden beds that have been here for several years that have slowly expanded. This one I added 2 years ago, and there's cardboard here. I'm adding another bed this year. This will give me a really nice rotation for my crops so that I can do tomatoes and then squash, peppers and leafy greens. And with 4 different beds, that'll be a really nice rotation. So speaking of things that happen year over year, another exciting thing in the spring garden is an update on garlic. Garlic gets planted in the fall. It's my second year growing it, and look at all this garlic. There are, I think, 50 heads of garlic in here that I planted in November. I'll have to go back and look at the video. But as you can see, it's nicely growing, tucked into this bed of straw. And see those little butterflies? This is going to be the pepper bed. This will be onions and strawberries and flowers and lettuce and squash. This one is the asparagus. It will become the strawberry, and I think kale and lettuce is going in here as well. Lots of lettuce. And then in this bed that is not in existence yet, that's going to be the tomato bed. Okay, for perspective, this is how far this is. This is the pollinator hillside. You can see there's a very wet patch here, but this is where I had monarchs last year. You can see I've got a lot of cardboard here trying to kill the grass, and it did not do as good of a job as I wanted it to over the winter, but this is going to be all pollinator stuff, and this year even more flowers. Over here you can see the first of the lilies popping up. In this bed there's more flowers, so we've got like a little bit of a pollinator patch, a bigger pollinator patch. So up here by the woods, I'm going to plant some more native plants, which will hopefully be coming next week from the forestry department. So stay tuned for that. I'm really excited. Can't forget to mention the bee house. This one is the old one, and you can see it's a bit fallen apart. I have an additional one that'll hang up on the other side this year. All right, so what has been keeping me sane in the meantime is this hydroponic garden. It is a little scruffy right now because it is coming to the end of this tomato's life. Look at my little bit. In here right now, I've got all of my little gardening tools. I've got bags of this type of dirt and that type of dirt. I've got all sorts of pots lined up. It is early season still as far as starting seeds goes. This year, so far, I have tomatoes and some peppers that are going pretty well. Down here I have more peppers. Peppers take a little bit longer to establish and like a little bit warmer temperatures than tomatoes. In the other room, I have some arugula and lettuce that I sprouted, which will go out in just a couple of days. And then let's go back out to the garden, and I'm going to show you what I will be direct seeding very soon. Some of today. Okay, so here I have some peas that were cover crops. We've got echinacea here, and I pulled some runners. This is sage that overwintered. Remy, come here. Hi. We got some Remy puppy. Remy puppy overwintered inside. Yes, he did. So in this bed is going to go beets. In that little square in the middle is going to go radishes. And in that far one is going to go lots and lots of carrots. All right, yesterday we cleared out a little path here. This has been a garden path, or a path in the woods since before we bought the property. And this is filled in over the past couple of years as edge land. It was hard to mow, so it just made sense to be that. And now we've cleared out a path. There's going to be a path that goes all the way through, and that's where our native plants are going to go because they won't need much care because they're native. So this took several days of clearing out all of these trees and bushes and things that weren't giving a lot of ecological value to the neighborhood, so to speak. But this video is getting a little long. There's lots more work to do in these woods. I've got a whole garden bed to build. There's lots of Remy shenanigans, lessons to be learned in the garden. So please come back and see everything that happens this year. Thanks for watching.